All right, welcome to another edition of Thunder and Lightning. I wish I could be more upbeat and ready to go, but unfortunately, the game was so bad that me and Nikki just said we're both grown adults and we have plenty to do tomorrow morning. So currently, the Philadelphia Eagles are winning 40-6 with 6 minutes left in the game. We are the New York Sports Show about everything and nothing at the same time. Nikki, the Giants' 100th season has come to a
fitting ending, a nightmare ending. It was the culminating of the horrific season that was, and we are a broken record about it. But Nick, other than the Super Bowl, I hope everything else has been going okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm coming down with a little bit of a cold.
No one needs to know that, but I hope you feel better.
You said no one needs to know that?
They'll figure it out once you...
Oh, why? Once I start talking? Well, my throat is killing me.
Yeah.
And I'm just like super stuffed up. But remember, it was, I think, maybe to the day last year where I got really, really sick. At Super Bowl, and I had to fly home with like 102 fever. Do you remember that?
You're allergic to the Super Bowl.
I'm allergic to the Super Bowl. I think, here's the thing. I never, ever really get sick. Like, I'll get like a head cold type thing. But I do think it's like once a year, my body's like, okay, you've gone an entire year without a day off. So it just always happens to fall on Super Bowl. But, Danny, if I said to you in January, this is how the 100th season was going to go.
As in January of 2024?
Yeah, like with the whole Saquon going to the Eagles, the team was going to win. I know we've won 3 games, but I really don't count the stupid culture win. But so we were going to win 2 games. You know, Saquon's going to Philadelphia. They're about to be Super Bowl champions at the time we're recording this. Let's just call them Super Bowl champions. There's 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
I mean, would you have ever, like, Daniel Jones is not going to last the whole season? I mean, would you have ever just thought, if I said this to you a year ago, would you have said I was crazy? I mean, you couldn't have predicted this in your wildest nightmares.
Well, I don't think I would have called you crazy. The only crazy thing about it would have been the Eagles found a way to sign Saquon Barkley, and then that turned into Hard Knocks, and seeing how embarrassing that was.
That is so embarrassing. I was just having this conversation. I feel like each individual thing in and of itself is not crazy, but to have all of those things happen in your 100th season,
it's just crazy. It's
supposed to be your like big 100th celebration, right?
Yeah.
What a year, I guess. They should have never done Hard Knocks. Didn't you say a couple weeks ago, like that, like no other teams are going to put their business on blast like that?
Oh yeah, there's going to be that one team that's going to have to get forced to do it, and that's the Giants for trying to find a loophole for not being on the actual Hard Knocks. Like, well, we'll do off season, and it turns out to be the worst off season of all time. Saquon Barkley breaks the whole entire season record in playoffs and regular season rushing record from Terrell Davis. He's not going to win Super Bowl MVP. I would think that would be Cooper DeJean because he did have that game-breaking pick 6. So, yeah. No, it was just... I'm so glad we don't have to talk about this for another 5-6 months. But him winning the offensive player of the year, well deserved as well. And it's just like the hits just keep on coming. Eli Manning, I know you have a lot to talk about that later. Didn't get first ballot Hall of Fame, which it sucks, but he'll get in next year. And then today, Michael Strahan had an interview with Saquon, and then was all buddy-buddy with Saquon, which is fine. But then
you're being nice about that, buddy.
No. Let me finish.
He's lifting the Eagles flag, doing the chant.
Let me finish.
This is treason.
This is treason. I didn't finish what I was thinking. It was all buddy-buddy with Saquon. Yes, Saquon's a good guy. I love Saquon.
We don't need to keep qualifying this. Just say what you got to say. We know Saquon's a good guy. Enough already.
But for him to fly the Eagles flag in front of him, being our guy, that hurt. And all this season of hurting, that just put the capper on the hurtful season. It's just, he's going to think nothing of it. He'll probably make a tweet tomorrow after seeing the craziness that happened in Giants Twitter and everything. But that hurt, man. That really stung. Especially being a Giant that we all looked up to. Obviously, I still look up to him, but this move was just like, I'm Michael Strahan. I can do whatever the fuck I want. And didn't look good. The optics sucked. So, bummer on that.
That's it. That's all you're giving me on that.
No, I'm obviously upset about it. He's one of the greatest Giants of all time. Like, I would never in a billion years any other Giant would do that. Carl Banks even mentioned that. Someone was like, "Oh, LT and Carl Banks would do that." Of course not. It's just, what is going on this year, man? Like, everybody, half the fan base was rooting for the Eagles because of Saquon. Half the people, I saw Pete Davidson, he claims to be a Giant fan in Eagle gear at the Super Bowl. Like, there's no fandom anymore because our team is so fucking sorry. They're such a sorry-ass team, and that's what happens when we are just dog shit. It's just embarrassing. From fans to team, front management, players. We had Pavon talking shit to Des Bryant a couple weeks ago. It's just ongoing embarrassment. We are wearing clown makeup and clown noses and big ass shoes and everything else like that. And I'm just glad the season's over.
Oh my god, you sound like all my TikTok haters who call me and say that I wear clown makeup.
I didn't call you that. I was saying us.
I know, but I said you sound like everybody on. Can we just circle back? I hate to say that, but
why? Of all the words, why you?
I don't know, because I really I don't feel that great. So anyway, I need you to bring the lightning because I don't know that I could be screaming. I'm trying to preserve my voice, but not that it would be a big deal to get your fan card revoked from the Giants, but I definitely do not agree with these so-called fans. So here's the thing. Everybody wants to jump on me for jumping ship to Cincinnati and wearing Ravens gear and wearing Commanders colors. And everybody wants to shit on me for this, right? Mm-hmm. Or when I'm being super negative about the team, I get so much hate for it. But what about these fucking fans who claim they are Giants fans, but they are actively rooting for the Eagles? And they're like, well, I like Saquon. No, we like Saquon too, but I'm not rooting for them. I mean, clearly they're going to win the Super Bowl, but I just think you're not a true fan if you're doing that shit.
Yeah, no, it's just there's no fandom anymore between fantasy football, gambling. I'm guilty of it just as much as everybody else is, but I still hate the Eagles. I still hate the Cowboys. And up until this year, I guess I'm starting to have to hate the Commanders, but I never hated them. And it's just that, what happened to everybody? And then it happens to be Michael Strahan waving the flag. Come on, man. Have some pride. I can't say Michael Strahan doesn't have pride for the Giants. We've seen it all the time, but what the fuck, man?
By the way, he shits all over the Giants too, and nobody calls him out.
But he's right about it. He's Michael Strahan.
But we all are right about it. All of us who call this team out are right about it. The only defense I have to give Michael Strahan for this, and you said in text you were really upset about it, but you don't seem that upset about it. But
I mean, I'm pissed about it, but he's Michael Strahan. He's going to play it off, and it'll be done with. Nothing
Yeah,
we can
but
do
you
about
don't get like upset like I do about stuff. Like you're like, yeah, I'm pissed. Like if this is you mad, hey, great. I mean, I can't imagine like
I
you.
mean, imagine if Tiki Barber did this. Tiki Barber wouldn't do this. Everybody shits on
My
Tiki.
only
But...
defense with
Oh,
it,
look, Kansas City scored again. All right.
well, doesn't do anybody
40
any
to
good.
14 with 2:54 left. I'm sure a lot of onside kick shenanigans are going to happen the next 2:54. But
So
yeah, no.
the only defense I could give to Michael Strahan is, and it's only because I've gotten a little taste of it. When you end up in media, right, and like his job's obviously
Yeah.
way more than I do. You
No,
know,
I'm
you've
glad
worked
you
with me
mentioned
for a
that.
few years though, but like you understand like when you work in media and you cover teams, your fandom, your allegiance, it
Yeah.
chips away at you a little bit, little by little. I never understood it. I never understand when broadcasters were like, I'm not really a fan of your team. Like Chris Collinsworth is always like, I don't hate your team. You know, people always say that to him. I hate
It's
your
the
team.
Joe Buck. Everybody hates Joe Buck.
Everybody hates Joe Buck because they say, oh, he shits all over. But in reality, they don't go one way or the other. And
they
I
joke if
promise
I'm.
you,
Yeah, they
I
joke
promise.
if. Sorry, go ahead.
I promise you from experience, like I've gotten a little taste of it. You honestly, you lose your fandom. Like you said, the only fandom I have left is Eli Manning and Villanova. Other than that, I really, it's chipped away at me. So he can easily do that and just kind of play it off like, well, it was my contract.
And that's why I'm not gonna go crazy. He's gonna play it off. Michael Strahan.
Well, I mean, he probably doesn't care as much as we think he does, right? Like he's gonna give this like, oh, once a giant, always a giant. True, but I think at the end of the day, I don't think he cares about the Giants that much because it chips away at you. You have to be so neutral all the time that you can't really you can't go cover a team and let your fandom show. So you have to hold it in, right? You got to act like you've been there before. By the way, I've seen some content creators at the Super Bowl, and I think it's their first time. And I think some of you like next year need to like chill out because you're like your fandom is
honestly,
showing. Your
rookiness
is showing.
I didn't give a fuck about Super Bowl week. I didn't follow a damn thing.
I didn't care, but like some of the people I follow, their stuff was popping up. Some people did a great job, but like, you know, come on, you can't fangirl out. So I would say that's the only thing. Like when you start doing this, it you know, I don't think Strahan cares as much as we want.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Well, why would he give a fuck, right? Like
he doesn't need to. I mean, it's just us being dumb fans and irrational, and God forbid we have teams to hate and root against. But that's 2000.
Yeah, rivalries I feel like are gone just because so many people, like you said,
also doesn't help that we don't beat them ever. On top of that,
yeah. Like, what do you want us to do? We can never get through our own division.
Yeah,
the roster can't ever just get through Philly, Dallas, now Washington. Like what used to be like the checking on the schedule as the win, right? Like, or at least a split. That's not really a given anymore.
It's not, obviously. Yeah. And then it's just the only positive thing today was Eli beating Peyton in the field goal contest, which I didn't see, but that's good, I guess. Who do you think is going to win MVP? I mentioned Dejean a few moments ago. I think it's pretty much going to be him. Or Sweat, who had a couple sacks.
I don't know. You think they give it to Hurts or no? Or do you think they just give it to Saquon just because of the year he had?
I think it's Dejean because of the pick six.
Well, we'll find out in a couple minutes. I think I'm a little delayed, but
yeah, I don't have it on. I'm just following with the box score on my phone popping up.
So. Yeah, so there's 2 minutes 47 seconds left, I think.
Right. Since you're not feeling good, we're not gonna have a whole show. But we're still gonna do big amount of show. What did you think of the Kendrick Lamar halftime show? I thought it was good. A lot of people hated it, especially fans of Kendrick Lamar, which I thought was kind of weird. I didn't hate it. I liked it. I do listen to Kendrick, so whatever he was gonna put out there, I kind of knew about. I think the funniest upset of the night on my end was I didn't know my mom knew the Luther song. I had no idea, and my mom's like, "Oh, this is the song I wanted to listen to." It's like,
Plot
what?
twist.
I know my mom's cool and hip, but shit.
Wow.
Okay, cool. And then of course he played the song that everybody was waiting for, and yep, the whole crowd saying A minor was a highlight to be reckoned. Poor Drake, unless that acquisition.
No, I don't know.
Really
I mean,
true.
if you're Drake, like, dude, I mean,
Yeah,
you just got called out like on national TV. I mean, Kendrick is petty, and you know me, I love a petty person.
you can deal with anybody being petty for sure.
I just think it's great. I mean, listen, I liked it. There are some Karens out there who are like clutching pearls over this.
Karens and racists.
Yeah, I know. Like,
I'm like, all right, here we go.
Usually it's an artist that like target like our parents, you know, or something.
Well, guess what? We're those people now, by the way. So
no, I don't think so. I saw somebody say if
we
you're
were.
over the age of 35 or 40 or something like that, like you have no idea what the halftime show was. It's like, yeah, of course I do. Like I'm 40 and like,
whoa, you said it on air.
You and I, well, it's not that hard to figure out, but some people are stupid.
People are stupid.
No, but I was defending myself because it's like there's plenty of people my age who probably knew a majority of those songs.
Kendrick Lamar is my age, so he's not gonna age himself out of his own music.
I thought it was good. I thought it was like a different change than like what we've. Is it like one of my all-time favorites? No,
I wouldn't go that
you're
crazy.
talking hip hop. I think that one would be. Was that the year Cincinnati was in the Super Bowl?
And yeah, that was Dre, Eminem, Snoop. All
that was a really good one.
That was a really good one. I think also with hip hop, it is also a lot harder to do at a halftime show because not only that, a lot of songs do have curse words in it and like not derogatory. Well, I guess derogatory wording, so they have to like
wording
change it up.
Everyone should be saying, so you have to watch.
Well, not only that, yeah, exactly. So you're not going to be putting it on the Super Bowl. So so I think that change up of everything as well is a very cool and unique way of twisting it up and making it different, but still being good at the same time.
Some people are really pissed about the halftime show.
Yeah, well, what aren't people pissed about? Honestly,
I had tweeted, like everybody's mad about this halftime show, but have you watched the game? Like,
yeah,
the game is horrible. Again, this is why I don't like Super Bowl because it's usually a shitty game, which just goes to my point. Eli gave us 2 amazing Super Bowl wins, and
we've had a pretty good streak though, other than tonight.
What?
I said I think we've had a pretty good streak. Other than
I'm talking about like those amazing, oh my God, plays, like the helmet catch, Mario Manningham catch with the 2 feet in, like the drama, like oh my God, that.
But other than the 2 Kansas City losses, all of their Super Bowls were fun to the last minute.
I don't think so.
For most part, they were.
I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking outside of my head because. When we were kids, the Super Bowl was brutal for like a good decade run. Just like, oh, okay, well, here comes the Super Bowl. And then
the Chiefs are always expected to win. I bet you if it was the Bills or the Ravens, I think this would have been a better game.
I agree. And we've been saying that all season long, but we're like, all right, 3-peat, let's just put our differences to the side for this 1 week. Hopefully we have Superman at QB, and they went through them like a buzzsaw, and scoring 40 points after scoring 55 the 2 weeks before is just like, yep, they were unstoppable this year. And you just got
this is an epic choke job right here. Like this is pretty bad. Like, but I am convinced that if this was the Bills or the Ravens, like they would give Philly a run for their money. I think a very different game. Definitely
Baltimore. Baltimore would have.
Yeah.
Bills would have been in the similar situation as tonight.
You think so?
They would have put up a better fight, but it would have been like 40-27 instead of 40-14.
Yeah, I mean, if you had to rank which AFC team would have done a better job, I probably would say Ravens over Bills.
Oh, 40-22. They just scored again.
Uh-oh, here we go. The Chiefs on the comeback with the last minute to go. 148 to go. I mean, I don't know. That's quite a that would be quite a comeback. That would be exciting, but I just don't.
This is like Space Jam 1 with Michael Jordan down 100 points and making a slam dunk and winning.
What a good soundtrack, right?
Oh, top soundtrack. Oh,
I
phenomenal
agree.
soundtrack.
Are you shocked that I've seen Space Jam?
No, you like basketball enough.
They're going to be like, you've seen Space Jam? Oh my God. Okay, so let's talk about probably my least favorite part of the Super Bowl, the commercials. So far, we are on the air with still a couple minutes to go. I did not laugh the entire time except for the very first one. It was the Dunk Kings, and they kind of showed like the Starbucks side. Obviously, they were in green. Yeah. And Ben Affleck was just kind of like, how much to get my name spelt wrong on the cup? I laughed. I thought that was funny. Nobody else really thought that was funny.
The real question to you then.
Yeah.
How many times is it NICKI?
Oh, it's NICKI all the time. If I don't mobile order, usually I will mobile.
Well, if you don't mobile order, obviously.
Yeah, it's NIC.
It has your name right there, and you made fun of me last week.
It's NIC. Yeah, they do NIC.
You're like, why is it Daniel? It's so proper. I'm like, I don't know. I just whatever. I just type. No, I probably auto like filled that up, and it was Daniel.
By the way, do you have a preference? I mean, I call you Danny because when I was introduced to you through our previous
honestly
show, I was told to call you that. But do you prefer like Danny, Daniel, Dan? Like,
I don't really care because my name was more of the last name priority in school, and my group of friends would just go by my last name, and I still get that now from a bunch of people. So,
what do they call you at work?
Dan. Yeah, mostly Dan or Daniel. So Danny's nice. Danny's a nice change up. I don't hate it.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was told to call you that, but I can't change it now. We're 3
years.
Yeah,
it's too deep. But yeah, I saw either TikTok or Instagram last week, and there's like this one guy. There's always that one guy, one person in a group that no matter how old you guys get or anything like that, they still go by their last name. And I've had people like ask me, "Is that my first name?" And I'm like, "What? No, it's my last name."
And I'm like, never know. People have crazy.
I know. But it is funny about that.
So that would be weird if I called you Daniel, right? Like, I don't think I could do that.
No,
even if you were like, I really prefer that because I wouldn't want you to call me by my full government. So
no, I do it every now and then because I know I could piss you off and.
I know when I hear my full name, someone's really mad at me. Or, you know.
Oh, well, the Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. 40-22. I think if someone was to call me Daniel, it's either on a serious setting, like something like work or something like serious along those lines, or I'm about to get yelled at by either my wife or my mom. So,
yeah, my mom will call me by my full name. What does your wife call you?
Dan.
Dan. Okay.
Asshole. Schmuck. All the above.
Oh my.
Shithead.
I was just asking because
I know
everybody in my life calls me something different. You know. Like my mom will call me my full name, you know.
I would call you. I call you Nikki or Nick or Butthead.
Diva. You'll call me Diva.
Yeah,
it's usually Nikki or Nick.
Yeah, I tend to say.
My mom will call me Nicole, and then everybody's always like, "Your full name is Nicole." Like, I used
I
to have
mean,
somebody work for me that
Are
didn't.
people people are stupid.
Well, I did meet a girl this week. Her name is also Nikki, and she's a double K. And she said, "Yeah, but is your full name Nicole?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "No, mine's just Nikki." So it does happen.
Okay.
But yes, if you hear Nikki, listen, I used to
9
have
out of
somebody
10
work
times
for
it's
me.
because of Nicole. Yeah.
I used to have somebody work for me who did not realize Nicole was my full name. So anytime we had to do something where I needed to use my full legal name, they were confused. So I think if you hear, Nikki, you could probably assume that person's full government is Nicole, But don't call me that. I don't want to be called that.
Yeah, I
If
don't know
you're
why
mad
you're
at
bringing
me,
this part.
that's like the code. Like okay, like it's something serious. Like
Not good.
yeah,
right.
no, it is not good. So commercials, were you impressed by anything or?
Honestly, I didn't really care for the commercials this year. I was either texting you, texting whoever I was texting, looking at bets. I didn't really. The one Doritos alien commercial was good. That was cool.
Oh, speaking of prop bets, how
I
did we
did.
do?
I
I didn't do
I,
good.
I nailed 3 bets tonight. So that was good. I did not nail the parlay of the Kansas City. All
No,
my
you did not.
Kansas City bets didn't nail, but I did get tails. I got
Yeah.
Saquon's rushing total carries. That was nice. And I took the Eagles Eagles to win the first half. So I won 3 bets out of like 5 or 6. So
Did you do any Super Bowl boxes? No, right?
no, actually, I
Did you
didn't
hate
this
them?
year. I didn't do it this year. Did you?
I had 8 and 2, so
So you
yeah,
did.
because my niece had a fundraiser, so
Okay.
So I did that. So the Eagles are now Super Bowl champions. John Mara is never sleeping again. Matter of fact, as soon as we get off, I've been saving that clip. I'm going to post it everywhere because didn't he say in Hard Knocks, if Saquon goes to Philly, I don't think I can sleep. I'll never sleep.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It would be funny, like tomorrow, Joe Shane is fired.
Like this is just a swift, what'd you call it? A swift kick in the dick? Like that's what you put on the text to me. Like this is just
It
I
was
don't know. I'm
repeatedly
actually not a guy, even though people think I am. So yeah, I don't know what it feels like to have a swift kick to the nuts, but I assume you use that analogy because this is how this feels.
Yeah, it's just repeatedly getting kicked in the nuts. It's like that one karate guy getting kicked in the nuts over and over and over and over and over again. That's how the season felt.
That? Who's the karate guy?
It's one of those funny gifs that the guy like hit himself in the nuts with like a stone, and then one of his colleagues kept on kicking him in the nuts. I'll post it later. It's funny.
Please don't. Honestly, every week there's like a little child in you that comes out.
Oh,
so.
There's a big child in me.
Speaking of kids, what were you teaching your kids this morning?
Well, obviously it failed miserably.
Yes, it did. I mean,
back in December when I went to the Giants season ticket holder event, I took my sons. So of course we went into the team store. They had to get something, so I thought it was a cool way for them to learn the football teams because they have little standing mini helmets where you can put the standings on. So during Christmas, my one of my family members was teaching Johnny who to hate and who to not like and to like. And for whatever, the cleanest way of saying it was calling a team poopy. So we've been teaching him the Eagles and Cowboys helmet and the Steelers. That family member does not like the Steelers, so he would point to the Steelers, say poopy. So he brought over the helmets today, so I was joking, and it would have been a funny video moment. So he would point to the Giants, yay, Giants, yay, Giants. And then he would point to the Eagles, boo. And then my other son was chiming in with it. And then the Cowboys, boo, Cowboys. So it was a nice, warm, hot moment. my older son watched a little bit of the Super Bowl, and I think we got one. So hopefully the Giants don't let us down with that in a
think you
couple
got
years.
one. Okay.
He was literally pissed at the Eagles for making all the right moves. He's like, "Oh, the Eagles, just like having like meltdowns." As a 4-year-old, was adorable. Welcome to my world, kid. But yeah, it's
You
fun.
should
Always
let him just pick his own. Don't bring him into this misery. You
the
know,
boy has to learn. Yeah,
maybe your youngest. By the way, what were they eating? I mean, they had stuff all over their face.
They are mess. They are boys.
Was that
And, hey,
breakfast? What was
no,
that?
that was lunch. They had grilled cheeses,
But
and
what was all over the face?
they like to have ketchup on literally almost everything. So they dipped
Oh,
ketchup with the grilled
God.
cheese a little bit. And
Why do kids eat like that?
I don't know. It's very annoying. Very annoying. I can't wait for that stage to be over.
All over the place.
The stage will never be over until, like, I guess middle school range. But geez, we're in it right now with both of them. I should have sent a photo of Anthony to you with penne alla vodka sauce yesterday, just all over his face, and he decided to take his hand and just scoop it up. And like, no, use the spoon, damn it! Thank God it's bath night.
Yeah,
you wouldn't be able to handle it.
No, I could not handle it. That's why I don't have kids. I don't want to handle it. I would not be good at it. I'm a fantastic aunt. I would be a horrible mom. And I can admit that. And I'm okay admitting that, you know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to watch your kids and there's like shit all over their face. And I'd probably
you'd have a little rough time.
Yeah, I definitely, especially ketchup. I just wouldn't serve them ketchup. Like they would just have to deal with it, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Like
so what did you eat? I had a salad and I had a smoothie and I had a coffee. What did you have?
Like 3 cups of coffee today. I had a Greek salad with grilled chicken and some Skinny Pop popcorn.
Good. That's good for you. Sounds about right.
I don't eat these like crazy. I see everybody's Super Bowl snacks and they just looks like a stomach ache on a plate. I mean, just
right. I gotta clean up after we record. That's how gotta clean
what up. I mean, did you guys go full like dips?
No, we didn't. No, not really. Not really. We did wings and we cooked up some burgers. So it was very cash this year since it was just the 2 of us and the boys.
Nothing what did you put on your burger, dare I ask?
Just ketchup tonight and Munster cheese. Wasn't
Oh my god, ew.
Munster cheese is very underrated. So
but with ketchup?
Yeah, I love ketchup.
I don't know the last time I had a burger and fries or something like that. I really don't know. When's the last time you had a French fry?
Last time I had a French fry? This week. I'll probably have a French fry at least a couple times a week. Once or twice.
Really?
Yeah.
For dinner?
For dinner or lunch? Yeah, I'll have
it. Lunch? You call me on lunch. I never hear you order anything with fries.
Well, if I happen to go to like Burger King, I'll grab fries.
I've never heard you go into Burger King being on the phone with you.
Well, I know better, first of all.
I would really yell at you.
I'll talk. Yeah, I'll talk to you and be like, all right, time to go lunch. That's when I would go. But it's crap. Now every time I call you during lunch, you're going, you gotta go to Burger King. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to Burger King.
You really shouldn't be eating that stuff.
I know, but sometimes
it's really horrible for you. It's really bad. So were you surprised to find out that I do eat steak this week?
No, I knew that because I've cooked steak for you.
But I didn't eat it. Remember?
No, you just eat the different piece of steak that I made specifically for you. But you had it that night.
I didn't want it that day.
I know.
But everybody was very surprised that I ate filet with chimichurri sauce.
Yeah, I was shocked about the chimichurri.
Why? I like it.
Yeah, I must have misheard you one of these days. We had an argument. And I probably just shut you down.
Yeah, you
And-
shut me down. You don't listen to me. I understand how it goes. However, that was 10 ounces. That's a big ass fillet.
Yeah.
There's nothing smaller.
Yeah, I'm really shocked that they didn't that steakhouse doesn't have any smaller, especially for people that don't want to eat all that.
Yeah, I definitely didn't want all that. And I didn't have any sides with it or anything. But I was
Right.
more upset they couldn't do my wedge salad order.
Yeah, it's rough.
They were like, we
"Fuck
can't
this
add
salad."
chicken. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why not? Like,
Yeah.
that's one of my safe foods, you know? Because again, you're out with people who don't know you like that. And so you have to appear semi-normal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a rough break.
Which I think is hard for me sometimes. So, hey, have you tried the Pliables chocolate covered strawberry smoothie? Did you go that day?
Sounds very good. No, I did not.
Oh, okay. Well, remember
I love
told you
chocolate covered strawberries.
I told you it's $3 off on that smoothie.
So instead of paying $23, I would have had to pay $20 on it.
Right, and if you had points, you could have got another 3 off. But I wanted you to try it because I didn't really care for it, but I wanted to see if it was like a me thing or it's just not that great.
Okay, maybe I'll go some point this week.
We should go on Valentine's Day.
Friday? I have to wait till Friday?
You don't. I was just trying to make it like you can go tomorrow, but you'll bitch about having to pay for it.
No, smoothies are not overpriced. It's the bowls.
Yeah, I can't believe you have to pay that kind of money, but that's like where you live and work. So, all right. Well, this season has been a complete disaster, train wreck, nightmare.
All of the above and then some more. So we get to talk about New York sports now.
Yeah, now we can
St.
talk
John's
about
Red Storm are playing your Villanova Wildcats Wednesday night.
Yeah, we can talk about basketball. We can talk about the Knicks, which I don't. You know what? I really I don't want to. That game was horrible last night.
Yeah, we got shot out of the gym,
and then we have to watch this, and it's just like, why is it so hard to be a New York fan?
I think we got to stop playing at the Garden on Saturday night primetime games.
No primetime games for any more New York teams. By the way, before we get on out of here, thoughts on everyone buzzing about getting Aaron Rodgers and or possibly maybe Russell Wilson? I say no to both.
I say no to both, but if I had to pick, I would pick Rodgers over Russell Wilson 100 times out of 100. Russell is just out of it, man. Like, yeah, he could be a good guy to like have if we draft a quarterback early to be the guy to mentor. But I don't know, he's so corny. But the rumor of Sierra wanting to come to New York many moons ago will finally come to fruition, but he's washed up now. As for Rodgers, that's all the baggage off the field that would be me deterring him not coming to play for us, especially the whole Giant way. He doesn't fit that mold. I don't agree with it.
What is the Giant way to be losers?
Well, the Giant way is supposed to be as clean cut and clean as a whistle and play smart, tough, and dependable.
Smart,
Aaron Rodgers,
tough, and dependable. Yeah, we can depend on them sucking every year.
Yeah, that's for sure. And honestly, if we had to choose, man, the drama we would get with Rodgers, but I think we're going to have to figure something out. If there's a way we can find a way to trade, that was another rumor all week. If we were able to find a way to trade for Matthew Stafford, that would be fun. His wife basically did a U and bombed the whole entire relationship with the Rams last week, so that was fun.
What did she do?
She was on her podcast, like you, and it was basically just like, I don't understand why the Rams are going a different direction. We were literally a drive away from going to the NFC Championship game, and we probably could have won that said NFC Championship game. Just pretty much lit it on fire. Typical blonde move.
Good for her. I stand by it. I stand by keeping
AKA, it seems like she's pissed that her and Cooper Kupp are going to be leaving and don't want to leave LA, is what my guess is. But
well, hey, I can't get mad at someone for blowing shit up and saying what they got to say because God knows I do that. By the way, have you looked at Kanye West's X?
Yes, I have. I'm not promoting it at all like you did, but yeah.
I'm sorry, promote it?
Not promote it. Promoting's a bad word. Nikki does not promote anything that Kanye West has said. But yes, Kanye West did not take his medicine early morning Saturday and is still going very strong. Yes, we do not promote anything that Kanye...
couldn't believe, like, I want to make sure everyone else is seeing this. Like, I just couldn't believe the things that he was saying. Like, it's such an entertaining app. Like, it really, really is.
And it's sad because I love Kanye's early music. I
do too. I'll say this, like, he always sounds crazy to everybody, right? But there's always something that he says that like a year or two later ends up being true. So I don't know how crazy he actually is. I mean, he's crazy for some of the shit he's saying.
Yeah, his brain's going to science when he dies.
Well, he loves physics and psychology. He tweeted that as well. Oh, I'm sorry. It's no longer called tweeting. It's not Xing. It's just, we're just supposed to say posting.
Okay, cool. You love the post on X. That's hot.
Posting on X. Well, do we know who won MVP?
I did not go on Twitter yet.
You mean X?
X, Twitter. Who gives a shit?
And see all the posts. I feel like I'm in a spelling bee. Use it in a sentence.
Well, apparently Eagle fans don't know how to spell their own Chan.
No, they can't spell at all. I don't know what's wrong with them. None of them can spell.
And we're both dyslexic, so that's the
I know. That's a crazy thing. I know.
Hold on. I don't see it yet.
Did they destroy Philadelphia yet? Because I just felt like either way they were gonna destroy the city. Right? Mm-hmm. Really? They didn't announce it yet?
I didn't see it yet.
Let me see.
They're saying Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts. I told you it would be him.
You're right. It would have been cool for the rookie cornerback to score pick six and be that.
So New Orleans greased up their light poles for like the first time ever.
Yeah.
Because of the Philly fans.
Yeah.
Who are just so obnoxious. And, I'm going to have to do this NFC East roundtable soon. And, the Eagles counterpart there is insufferable as it is. So,
yeah.
Maybe I'll have you fill in for me that day. Maybe I'll be sick. I'll take a sick day. Let's just tell Rio to recast it, But then it's a sausage fest.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, what is there to really say about the Giants right now?
Nothing. That's why, I have not answered anyone who's DM'd me about doing a guest spot. I just do our show. I do Rio's panel and like literally that's it. Like if you want to come on our show, we'll try to make it work. But I'm always like the token Giants girl. And I just, what am I supposed to talk about?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's going to be all about Shador and Cam Ward and what we're going to do in the offseason.
Oh, I'm not ready for that yet, please.
So let's wrap it up. Nikki's not feeling good. We still managed to get 45 minutes in tonight. Way to go. Thanks for being Michael Jordan, Nikki, in your flu game. Be sure to check us out at Thunder and Lightning NY Sports on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. We're one sub away from 140. I know we're not the big podcasts that other people are, but we are slowly growing because this is not our main job as much as we want it to be. Also, find us at TNL_NYG on all socials. And, of course, at NikkiNick9384 and at DBHan on Twitter. As always, football season's over. On to the next season. We go Giants 101 as Talking Giants made that hashtag as the game ended. I thought that was funny. All right. Well, until next
so
time.
we on Sunday nights? People always ask now that football season is over if our schedule will remain the same.
I think Sunday nights is the way to go because we have the whole week to recap and preview, so it would be fun. And then, of course, if there's any sort of big news in New York sports, mostly Giant land, I think we will hop on if we are able to, but we will always get a real end for sure. But yeah.
So you guys heard it here first. You can stop asking me. We do not stop just because football season is over. As far as we're concerned, it's officially done now.
As long as we don't play the Celtics, I'm really planning on a long playoff run for the Knicks.
Yeah. As long as we don't run into the Celtics. Yeah, just that little caveat. But we will see you guys next week, unless we take a week off. We might. We'll see.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Sorry, Giants fans. Let's just hope for a better 2025.
We can only go up from here is the best way of trying to look at it.
You would think.
Positive.
You would think.
All right, boys and girls. We'll catch you guys later.
Bye.
Have a good one.